Good morning, gamers. I know we skipped right over to draft. That's because I don't have the bands. Picked up this last minute cast, but it will surely not disappoint. This is Heroic Division, the top two teams, who have barely let any matches drop. It is Slang Bros versus Hat, Saika, and R. Hey, honestly, oh no, not managerial accounting. It's too early for Halloween. Honestly, you get your choice of a POV stream. There is somebody on Slang Bros streaming, somebody on Hatsack and R streaming, and the caster. So we see the first ban, Lucio. At a high level, if there is a good Lucio player, it's very, very bannable. Too many cleanses. Too slippery. And material. I wonder if Hatsaika and R have been running Terial. Terial's really strong right now. After the most, well, not the most recent patch, but patch just before that. Well, thanks, honestly. I mean, technically you get the best view from the caster's POV, because vision and stuff, but you don't hear the funny comps. I can't compete with the funny comps. Okay, and then Junkrat's gonna be that second ban for Slang Bros. The Insta-Hogger pick. Hogger's kind of infamous on this map for the objective. Just because he can continually spin, destroying the little monkeys. And then Chromie and Blaze are getting picked up for Slang Bros. What is this, a meta war? Sheesh. The most recent patch made it so that the Punisher can no longer jump over the wall. Expert analysis. Yep, that's what I'll give you.
Every death comes honor.
And Muradin gets picked up for Hatsaik and R as well as Hanzo. Basically, you're seeing like the top 10 heroes most played in the game. Blaze, Hogger, Hanzo, Chromie. Almost like the teams are trying to win. I mean, this is supposed to be the most competitive match based on the current score in the division. Let me know if the game is too quiet, guys. And the Garrosh ban. Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good ban for the Muradin. Muradin's not a happy camper. Getting thrown into the back line, and then stunned out of his jump, looped after jump, or right before jump. Slowing Sands has been the more popular ult choice, but I mean, Loop has, you know, pretty short CD. If you get rid of their tank, that's like so much of their momentum. Ando and Joe, another set of meta is a nice word. Picks. For Slang Bros. Anduin's pretty good into Muradin. Anduin's kind of good into tanks in general, just having that ranged route. And if you go to CDR, you can really hold them in place and layer your CC. Okay, Falstad and Malfurion getting picked up for Hatsaik and R. Those are iconic heroes for those players. And then a last pick, Genji. And it was instant. It was almost like they knew they wanted it before Hatsuken are picked. And Genji is supposed to be good into Falstad and Hanzo. Squishy backliners have a hard time landing their abilities on him. Sounds like a really tough division. I bet all those players in that division are pretty good at the game. Yeah. We didn't know. I've never played against them. Nor would I want to. Haha, hee hee. Alright, we are finally in this first game.
Prepare yourselves for battle.
I can remember talents up. Okay. Introduce Slang Bros first. We've got Albatox on the Blaze, Mike on the Chromie, Zimbo on the Genji, Final Stand on the Johanna, and Yurid on that Anduin, who is streaming. I put the link in chat, I don't know if you guys saw it. Then for Hatsuken R, we have Saika, who's also streaming on that Falstad, Down Yours on that Hogger, Valmar on the Malfurion, Chaotic on the Hanzo, and Vince on the Muradin.
Let the battle begin.
So, if we want to take a look at these level 1s, we've got 3rd win Muradin. This kind of means that he thinks he'll be getting chunked a lot. At least that's what I think it means. We have auto attack build for the Falstad. Sleep Root on the Prowl, and then Scatter. So simple geometry for that Hanzo. So Slang Bros has opted to give priority mid in the wave, just freeze it a bit, and they have their heroes kind of split up across the map. Chromie already got most of that bottom wave, but was kind of standing in the middle of it, so don't think she's gonna get away. She's gonna make a little bit of space before getting first blood. And with that kill, Hatsuken R is going to start that bottom camp. Slang Bros is starting their siege camp. Hogger is down here, which is kind of interesting. So there's a wave here that will need to get picked up, but they do have a Falstad. He's flying. Genji cannot stop him. And they were checking. They probably thought Hogger was here on this top camp. I was surprised about this, but it made sense given that the rest of red team is doing the bottom one. So nice big push here in the mid and bot. Joe is having to stay and clear bot. And the Falstad matchup into the Blaze seems not too poor. You do see this Hanzo though. I mean, not Hanzo, Genji. Ooh. I wonder if the Falstad E got eaten by that. Oh yeah, it is on cooldown. Wow. Oh, sorry. That's interesting. Really nice stun by the Blaze then. Oh, we've got piercing light for Anduin, so Chastise is going to pierce one more hero. Slang Bros is going to get a head start on this camp. Because Falstad died, Hogger had to continue stuck in the lane, but Hogger's going to start that now. They want it before their objectives. They seem like they're going to pick it up pretty early on both sides, unless they wait to cap. But Chromie did give vision here, so they're not going to want to wait on it. They're finishing them at about the same time, really. Hogger's still pretty trapped. Is AA Falstad meta at higher levels? I'm going to have to go and say yes, because when you're playing AA, it means you're in the lanes very often to get your stacks, which means you're getting use out of your global more often. That's my very broad perspective about that. It's also pretty good at the tanks. I mean, you can take the percent, you know, whenever you want, but having that active burst too, it's better single target damage you can control when it happens. So lots of stuff happening here. Joe's getting super duper chunks. Gets the point blank pull, but Hanzo actually gonna take her down. Hanzo is not gonna get away with it though. Valimar is doing their best to keep everybody's health bar up, but you know, it's healing over time. He had a pretty full bar, but a dark red bar, not a bright red bar. Okay, nice cleanse on that Hogger. is trying to spin again. Blaze in the root, kind of out of mana and slept. Wow, only 36 to 26. Chromie's stealing some. There's 3 left. Genji wants a couple more. 2 more for Slang Bros. And they are getting chased away on this side, but Joe and Genji gonna come back in and finish it off. Both teams at level 7, and both teams are putting up quite a fight here. Hanzo's nearly done with that simple geometry. Punisher is going to jump on the Muradin. He's gonna jump out. And so is Hanzo. So top, that camp's getting some value here. Hanzo getting a little chased away. Punisher jumps once again. It's a really nice combo by the Joe, who does have Subdue. And they're looking. Oh, bird canceled fly. Bull getting used on Johanna quite a bit. Nice vision by the Muradin. They didn't check the bush? That's insane. Oh my gosh. Personally, I think it's every talent is based on how much value you can personally get out of it. And I think it's very plausible to see other talents at higher levels get a lot of value. Obviously, W build has yet to prove that theory, but red team running away with their lives here. Malfurion has no mana, would love to get some. Chooses to back quite far, which is interesting to me. Maybe something about Genji looking for resets. So if we look at these walls here in the top lane, blue team has a much healthier wall. Very nice pick. Does Genji have deflect? He does have E though. So gonna be able to walk away is hard thing, but you know, Blaze was able to get the tower off of that space made. So they see that Falstad is top, and the Hogger is dead, and they decide to invade. Free camp. It's looking pretty good for Slang Bros right now. They have level 10s. That's Blessed, Light Bomb, X-Strike, Bunker, and Slowing Sands. Genji finishing off that Shuriken quest quite fast, I would say. Hands are up on Hat, Saika, and R. They have Avatar, Mighty Gust. Oh, it's a Hortipult game. And a Twilight Dream game, and Dragon's Arrow. I love it. I bet that Twilight Dream is specifically for the Genji. If they're able to land any stun or root on the Genji. I mean, Genji can get out of the root with X-Strike, so it'll be tough to make sure that Twilight Dream lands. Okay. Hard camp's getting picked up right before next objective by both teams. Blue team seems to have pretty good space control as far as mid and bot go. But it's even on kills, even on levels. We have yet to see ults truly get used though. I would love to play this wave, but kind of has to walk up. So a jump in by the Muradin. Joe uses trait. There's a stun onto the backlines for Falstad and Hogger. A little far for the team to follow up though. Camps are crashing topside. Hogger does go ahead and start that spin. Muradin jumping in with heavy impact. So the 80% slow for 1.5 seconds. That Dragon's Arrow is kind of massive, but so is the X-Strike. The Gust is really, really good, actually. And he does land the Twilight Dream on the Genji. And Genji is the first to go down in this big team fight. And Hogger's just spinning. Blaze wants to steal some of these monkeys. He does manage to get a few alongside Chromie. But Muradin is not happy about that, so Blaze is going to fall here. Okay, red team coming out with the win in that team fight. 2-4-0, and the objective belongs to them. Nicely done. Everybody holding their ults, kind of layering them for just like the perfect moment is so cool to watch. I should make my cursor smaller. Sorry guys, I'm kind of blind. And it's a Frozen Punisher. It jumps on the Johanna. She's got that brand new shiny 35 armor. Genji actually eases in, gets rooted, uses the protect, has to get pulled by the Anduin, gets rooted by the Punisher with Desperate Prayer. Hanzo's truly stuck in the slowing sands. Oh, the gust is huge! The life bomb's pretty good too, but the Dragon's Arrow is going to make sure that Anduin does not get away. Another Stormbolt onto the Chromie. Ooh. Red team turned this defense into 3 kills. He wants the structure. He said, get me out of this game. He did take Sledgehammer, so reducing the CDR of that Q, and it does 350% damage to non-heroic enemies. Okay. And he's gonna pick up the soak back here. All things considered, up 5 kills, up a structure, Slang Bros is still doing well in experience. They're only about half a level behind. Literally nothing to deal with Hogger on point. That's true, but I mean, if Hogger's just spinning, that gives you the opportunity to play the team fight. It's kind of 5v4 if Hogger's just spinning. Unless you play on top of the Hogger. Hi, Auras. Yes, this is game 1. It's super close, for sure. Bot camp getting picked up by Hat, Saika, and R. That's going to be another thing for them to worry about bot side. Hanzo's pretty up, I would say. But Muradin is not too far. Healer's actually going to top lane, the Malfurion. Stormbolt's going to hit the Joe, who's already unstoppable. They don't want this fort to fall for free, so that is why Malfurion steps up here. Paulside cannot defend it against Genji and Blaze on his own. Lots of stacks on this what's that already? 35. The kills sure help with that. We see Giant Slayer get picked up, as well as Dwarf Launch. And this is heal after pull for that Anduin. Here and there from the Chromie. Okay. I wonder if that's for the Gust. That's such an interesting tech. Okay. They're looking to flank the Blaze here. They did force the bunker. The Life Bomb, the E, and the X-Strike. Valimar got pulled out of Twilight Dream by the Johanna Contempt. A big stun onto the back here. Oh my god, another huge stun onto the Genji though. Red team's getting super duper chunked. They're still fighting though. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is a 2-for-1 in favor of Hat, Saika, and R. Very nicely done. And they were able to put out their Bruiser tent. It's getting cleared currently. And there's a time trap here, so they know. They're pinging it. They want to kill him. They're not able to lock him down. Somebody started for Hogger. Somebody started for him! Our guy! Please! Okay, Chromie putting vision. Just to see what's going on, and surprise, there's a Hogger spinning on the point. So, it's gonna be hard if Blue wants to contest this, and it looks like they're just deciding not to. They are just taking camps. Camp will do alright in the mid lane. It is where the Punisher is, so maybe it'll help them defend there. They are getting their experience caught up. It's getting closer and closer. Are they doing this? This looks kind of late. They're gonna want to defend. Yeah, they decide not to, because if you just let the Punisher wail on your structures, you could lose a lot more than you really need to. We got a sprayer! Wee woo, wee woo! Okay, so jump to the Johanna. He's eating a lot of damage. Augur is in this backline. He does show himself. Pull onto that Chromie. That's already a lot of tools. Well, not a ton of tools. Another jump. Hits the Chromie. Bunker is getting forced here. Okay, that's a 1-for-1 for the bruisers, the offlaners. Punisher is about to die. Gets one more jump. Oh my god, the massive arrow, and the Punisher knows! Punisher said, I see you, brother! Oh, the Gust is just a little too late, but they do commit the light bomb as well. So Muradin and Harger are dead. Well, Blaze is also dead. So, 2-for-1. They do lose their wall, and they lose fort. They're still within the same range of EXP. Like, they have not fallen behind, even though, you know, team fights go, structures go. They're doing a great job of making sure that EXP does not deter them from coming back into this game. This is a really nice look onto the Hanzo. Just making use of this bottom bit here. And the vision. And now they get the structure for free. So it's truly like they didn't lose anything here. If they're just trading. Also with the new patch, the minions get, what is it, 35% attack speed if you're attacking the structure. Slang Bros gonna pick up another consolation prize. Got a bit of a brawl up here. We have a ping on the way, I don't know who it is, presuming it's Genji. And we see the Muradin here. Red team is positioned topside. Probably for a gank. It's not going to happen. They are going to need to clear many camps on the the map are being taken. Slang Bros fully evened out the experience. And they have a big map advantage. Oh, that was Blessed. It did not hit the false dad, to my surprise. She tried to bounce it off the fort. It looked like it just barely didn't connect. That, or it was an amazing cleanse for Valimar, but I didn't hear the noise. Okay, that's the Blaze Jet Propulsion. Augur trying to get caught up on the waves here, and is looking to join the team fight. Red team looks like they want something. They know they're a little behind on the map. It's a big stun. Onto the Muradin. He has negative 50 spell armor. The Dragon's Arrow goes a little wide. Oh. Nice save. Onto the Genji. That's one less pull from the Anduin because of a really nice wallbang from the Augur. Muradin, again, already has negative 50 spell armor. Had to pop the Avatar. The Gust is not going to do it. Muradin just a little, maybe too far up while his team was getting this. Really nice pick. Slowing Sands level 20 is absolutely disgusting. Oh my god, the arrow and the scatter. It does so much. This is why you take Giant Slayer. It's good on squishies too. So this talent is so busted. Every 0.25 seconds, enemy heroes are slowed have the spell armor reduced by 10 up to 50. So after 1.25 seconds, you have negative 50 spell armor. It's insane. As for those level 20s, we have Blinded by the Light, Living Weapon, that's kind of cool, Bunker, that's Slowing Sands, we got Rewind on that Mura, Wind Tunnel, Twilight Dream upgrade, so the Blink, and that Bullseye. Okay, so it's a Mortar Punisher. It's going bot lane. There's some top lane pressure by Hat, Saika, and R that will take support. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to look away though, because anything can happen here. Pretty much everybody has their ult. See, now Murden is jumping out real fast as soon as he's in the slowing sands. Okay, so the Punisher actually jumped on Hanzo. It was very close to killing him. Okay, they want to keep this keep. I'm not sure how feasible that is. The Blessed does go out. The Living Weapon only lands on Hogger. And Murden is in his backline. He's trying to bully the Genji. Also getting a lot of damage. Only Johanna got silenced by that Twilight Dream. And the pull goes out. Bullseye does not connect, but they do want to keep going. They have this pressure top lane that somebody's going to need to defend. Oh no! The Malfurion! Oh my god, they just turned around on a dime. And I think they're going to try and end the game here. Oh, very nice interruption on the jump propulsion. Falstad does have Gus in 15 seconds. Death timers are quite long though for saika and R. Oh my goodness! Oh my. Alright, so they are going to try and end the game. It's 33 seconds, so the next person up is up, and that's the healer. So this hold, unholdable, I think. So, I think that's game one. Going to Slang Bros. Very nicely done. I can do this. And we get to look at the lovely stats, because I never show you those in the middle of the game. Healing is pretty comparable. Sometimes I am surprised to see Anduin doing a lot of healing, but when you compare healer numbers, it's really hard to get an idea of how the game went, because people could be getting blown up. Like, that could be the style of the enemy team comp, and then you don't even have the opportunity to heal somebody. Whereas, like, if the fights are long, you have healing over time, you know, the healing numbers can be almost inflated. But either way, healing numbers are pretty close. Damage numbers. We got Hanzo up there. Genji's up there too, which sometimes surprises me. That was some pretty good Genji play. Especially, I loved seeing in the top lane, like, as soon as you give Genji Light Bomb, using E and X Strike to get in there is ambitious, but it worked. I like the investment. I feel like it's hard to play Genji and just, like, being willing to invest all of your abilities to try and get something, because he's fragile. Chromie's got a lot too. Big soak from the bird. And big structure damage too. Talents. I think the only thing that surprised me here was here and there. I'm not sure I got to see it used. I wasn't always looking at them. But I would have loved to. It was a really nice game one. We'll go ahead and update the score. And we'll see what map they go to next. Not currently in a lobby. I hope this is 3 games, honestly. These teams are a really nice match for each other. This division has all levels of skill. And it's like 3 divisions in one. So it's nice to see the top two duke it out. Invade Camp Enjoyers is not far behind. They have nearly the same score as Slang Bros, so they're another contender that would love to see in this mix. Okay, looks like there's a lobby. We'll see. It is Battlefield of Eternity. I love this map. Who doesn't love this map? You have to macro less, right? That's a good thing. More ARAM. I wonder... Nah, we're not going to see a Tyrael. Where is co-caster Jotak? Doing, non-casting activities currently. It's Wednesday, you know where he is, Blue. Okay, I think we're gonna see pretty much the same bands. I think Lucio's good on this map. Tyrael is just good, but he's also good on this map. At least I feel like he's good on this map. There's lots of spaces for Great Holy Ground. It's pretty small. You're always fighting. You'll get use out of Judgment or Sangs. They're all team fight abilities. Like game-changing team fight abilities. I don't think we'll see those heroes. Last time they banned Junkrat and Tyrael for Slang Bros, and then Lucio, and then I forget the other one. But they're gonna ban Anduin instead at Saika NR, not the Lucio first ban. The Slang Bros is gonna keep their Tyrael ban. They don't want to see it. Oh my god, I forgot to change my stream title! Thanks, Blue. It's only vaguely wrong. Thanks. Thanks. That's what I get for picking up a last minute cast. Okay, and then they ban the Blaze. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be Hanzo, right, guys? No. Yes. It's gonna be Hanzo. Oh, it's Li Ming. I feel like we haven't seen much Li Ming. Well, I can't say that. Because I'm not sure. I mean, it's first pick Hanzo all day, baby. Literally, you can hop into a Storm League, you can hop into any other NGS match. It's gonna be first pick Hanzo on this map.
Here we go again.
So they decide to trade the Hanzo for the Chromie. And they're gonna take away that Hogger. I was a little surprised to see Horde pulled in that last game, but I guess they had Genji, so once the walls started to fall, Genji can put a lot of pressure on that offlaner.
Oh, this is my
The crusade calls.
Hatsakan Art's gonna pick up that Lucio and Johanna. I'm sure Vince is having a great time playing the most interactive hero, Johanna, for the 30th time this season. And the last ban for Slang Bros is Falstad. That's so interesting to me. Not only is a 2-lane map, he's just okay at racing. It's just the gust they're concerned about, right? Like, I presume it's a healer. We'll see. Oh, it's MIF. Another interesting hero I feel like I don't see too often on Battlefield, but it's not like it would be bad. She is always looking for opportunities to fight. Ooh, Diablo and Malfurion. 'Cause It's really interesting. Slowing sands is gonna be so correct here. There's so many places where slowing sand takes up the entire space. But you do have Lucio. Lots of unstops. And we see the Greymane and wow. I love this draft already from both teams. I feel like Diablo has fallen a bit out of the meta for some reason. Maybe it's just the current tank players are playing too much of it. Maybe I'm just not watching enough. But we have seen a lot of Malfurion. Even I myself am playing him a little more. And the last Pigbola, who is no longer banned at NGS. They put out those hotfixes kind of fast, right guys? Thanks, janitor. Well, this should be interesting. I like all the poke damage for the Johanna. She's gonna have a hard time using trait to absorb that, you know, without using trait to dodge abilities like Diablo's abilities. But Diablo's up against an insane amount of percent damage. Got Hanzo and Greymane. So it should be a good one to watch. This time we'll introduce the home team again first. For Slang Bros, we've got Zimbo on that Diablo, who was actually playing Genji last game, so they switch roles. Lincoln on that Vala, Final Stand on the Malfurion, Albatox on the Hogger, and Mike on that Chromie. For Hat Saika and R, we've got Chaotic on that Hanzo, Vince on the Johanna, Saika on that Greymane, Balmar on Lucio, and down yours on the Hero.
2, 1. To arms.
Kind of standard, we're seeing Q build here for that Monster Hunter later on to deal with the Immortal. We've got that simple geometry, which is not always standard, but usually. I guess that's the definition of standard. For the same reason. Got that Soul Shield on the Diablo. Blue team showing off their prowess with the wave clear because now that camps are up at 30 seconds, I don't think Lincoln was in game 1. Now that camps up are at 30 seconds, Greymane started top. And Albatox was able to get vision safely. But Red Team does not want to give up bot despite being 3v4. And Zibble is taking a lot of damage, but they're not going to be able to finish anybody off with 1 DPS. Oh my gosh, they're getting chunked too. But they put up an insane front, honestly. Hogger is getting looked at. Getting pushed out of top. So, it's going to be a little bit of soak dropped. Potentially. Actually, no soak drop. And Diablo comes up for reinforcements. Urel kind of knows that Diablo is not showing down here. And Greymane gonna show back up bot side as well as Diablo to help with the camp player. We have those double blinds with Joe. On Joe. Everything looks pretty normal. Sleep fruit. Well, that looks fun. Bruises are getting picked up. The beginning of the game is pretty snooze fest. Just hit the lanes, get the camps, do objective. But look, now that the camps are up sooner, it changes this dynamic of getting them right before objective. Which in the future, I don't know how that's really gonna affect the gameplay of this map. Blue team is hitting the wall, trying to support their camp. Diablo gets pulled in. We had a freedom on that Urel. That's pretty nice. That'll be good for the mouth root. So if you get freed from the root, you will not get slapped by that Emerald Dreams. Almost done with that scatter quest on Hanzo. Very nice. It's only 2 minutes and 45 seconds in. They are looking to accomplish something on the Diablo here. He already used Soul Shield. There's a nice big time trap, and Joe also used her trait. I think she's gonna make it out with 150 health. That was really scary there. Red team is starting to burn. There's so many circles on the ground to dodge. Oh! Pushed into the Immortal Stun! That's kind of gross. Oh, that's such a good pick for them. And they knew that Johanna was probably backing because she was so low. So they had their opportunity. It's possible Red overstayed trying to hit the Immortal, but they did get a lot of damage on it, so... Looks like they want to get their level 7s. Hanzo did finish that quest as well. And Ball is up here, just hitting Immortal. There is a flip combo onto the Greymane. Greymane decides to finish this off, or as much as they can. Blue team sees red team picking up this lane. Greymane goes to tap. You're putting up a really big defense here while Bala is hitting the Immortal on this side. Oh my gosh, Greymane jumps over the root! Big subdue for the Immortal. Nice stun by the Hogger. It's gonna be a race to the finish. I think red team's gonna do it because they have more people hitting it. Blue team put up a really great defense though. Still not as fast as your 55-second Hanzo ARAM quest. True. But was that bugged? Maybe. Okay, so red team gets the Immortal, and it's going to be bot lane. Joe pulling the Diablo in. You see the boombox here. Healing the team while Lucio can still wall red. Wall is currently sitting at 6 stacks, having to do camps and hit the Immortal. It's a nice combo. Greymane is in the root, so Joe goes into peel, making sure that damage can't really follow up. It's a nice combo onto the Lucio. The Lucio Diablo matchup can be really tricky sometimes. If you don't hit your boop quick enough, if you don't have your boop, then wall riding can actually be pretty dangerous. So they spot this, and blue team's got this priority on the rotation here. And slowing sands is super annoying to fight into. Oh, spotted. It's not a great spin. He was not able to get a bounce off. And they get their consolation prize while blue team gets that. Joe's able to use trait to walk out of the slowing sands. True. I just think it's funny that the game records, like, the Hanzo scatter in such a way that it, like, lingers. If you have multiple Hanzos on the same team. So this camp's getting cleared kind of for free. And this top camp is getting fought on. So Hogger is going to show up. And Grayman's going to walk away seeing that. But they did take the camp anyways! Let's go, Euro! That's great. And Grayman didn't have to die for it. Okay. Bruiser's getting picked up by both teams. Blue team gets theirs first, so they're going to be able to set up on the objective and start hitting it right away. That's insane. They already have a quarter of it down. That is so much damage. Oh my god, that's a huge scatter onto the Chromie. So both teams are clearing the camps. Howard's actually getting structure damage right now. I like the stealth because if he's out of position and Diablo finds him, Diablo cannot Q him. That's so fun. Alright, temps are online for both teams. For blue team, we have some holding their ults, but we do see Lightning Breath, Slowing Sands, and Catapult. For red team, we've got Curse Bullet, Ardent Defender, Blessed Shield, High Five, and Dragon's Era. Lola needs some mana, is going to tap. Red team wants to play on this side because their Immortal's already chunked. Big stun and root onto the Aurel. She actually pops her ult before she falls asleep. Oh my god, that's a huge set of PC by the Johanna and the Hanzo. This guy, he wants her. Hogger's doing an insane amount of damage here on the objective. Red team has gotten split, chasing kills, and they're very chunked. Ball is going to be coming back in 3 seconds. Uriel has gone down. It's really a 1-for-1, but red team was able to start halftime. They are not very healthy though. Hanzo needs mana. Greymane needs health. Really nice unstop by the Joe. And so both teams are going to fight to race again. Chromie is hitting alongside Vola. And everybody's got to get healthy. Red team wants to make something happen. They were in the lead previously. So Vola goes ahead and finish that off. But Diablo is going to fall. Is any more going to fall? Oh. Very nice unstop. So they're only going to get 1 kill. They do lose the Immortal, had second R. However, Diablo had souls. So he's back with 25 souls.
The heavens shall triumph this day. I will bring down the gates of hell.
I wonder how much damage this does. This is a Wizard's Greymane, by the way. Oh my gosh, Diablo is in there, but so is Hogger! And everybody's so clumped! It's a 1-for-1. Diablo for Greymane. Diablo didn't have souls this time. He only has 45. But this fort is going to go down to the Immortal. Oh, this is pretty... Uriel looks like they want to go in. There is a lack of mana on this part of the screen, I would say. And for those ults that were being held, it's going to be Tranquility and Rated Vengeance. Okay, so pretty even on levels, but Slang Bros winning in structures currently. With first bullet damage, they are going to just give up the camp, which surprises me. But I guess they saw Uriel and Hogger's top side getting a lot of pressure. So Uriel is coming up, and that gives Hogger the opportunity to take a 5v4 of their own. On the bot side, Joe is peeling. Diablo in a tough spot there. Very nice unstop by the Lucio to stop the Hogger, Hogger staggering blow onto the loot horde. And the Hortipult with a huge subdue. Subdue actually gets finished there. I mean, that was 4v5. Well done. I want this camp. Chromie's dead for 10 more seconds. Diablo is respawning right now. So that means Uriel has to kind of haul ass over here. Haul ass with this level 7 movement speed. The blue team does secure the camp. Red team is actually getting quite chunked. Uriel is in there alongside Joe, who's able to leave. Red team needs a full reset on their health bars. They're trying to get some damage on their way out onto the Immortal. Level 13 talent tier is the same for both teams. And we do see the here and there again. I wonder if this person takes here and there kind of exclusively. I'd keep an eye out for that. You guys tell me if you see a really funny one. Or a good one, you know. The red team's playing defense side. The vision fully catches all of them. There's the blue camp pushing in the bot side. I would say that's a pretty good root and time trap, but Lucio coming in flush with all the unstops. Greymate is super in there with no more health. They want it. Looks like they're losing the HP bar war, as well as losing their structure to this bruiser count. So they're gonna give another immortal. They had this pushing in the top side, didn't get too much though. It's amazing that red team is up in experience, barely, but down 2 full structures. Okay, so immortal's going bot side. They look like they really want to pick on the Tiger before the immortal. He was just not letting that happen.
Place where evil can hide from my gaze. I shall march for heaven's gates.
So, I've been told, I just realized, that the immortal does ranged attacks until it loses its shield. Oh! Unstop used by Lucio, so Johanna could get her unstop. It's gonna be a full 5v5. I'm sure the emphasis for red team is to clear the immortal and not die in the process, not lose their whole keep in the process, but that's gonna be tough. It's still got part of its shield, and the keep is falling. Chromie is doing an insane amount of damage in the back line here. Diablo getting pulled really far in, but gets the Q out. A triple hit by that Dragon's Arrow, but Tranquility is keeping everybody at full health, including Diablo. Ardent Defenders, a nice proc onto that Urel. Diablo goes in to make sure Dragon's not defending this. It's still got its shields, but not for long. I mean, even underneath their core, that team's struggling to find that pressure in the team fight. They did, however, make it easier to dive with the latest set of updates. Really nice dodge on the roots by Vince this game. He's got an amazing reaction to that. Their team doesn't want to let up. They want to win a team fight. They want to get the map state back in order, but they can't do that just by soaking. I think they need to find kills. We do see the Giant Slayer get picked up, and that's one of the same talent tiers as Greymane's percent damage. So, we'll see if it makes killing Diablo any easier. It should!
I am on my way.
Diablo has been going in quite deep, but he hasn't been getting extremely punished for it. Chromie's also dishing out a ton of damage from, like, the other side of the screen, which is making it hard for red team to keep the pressure on Diablo. So they use the Blessed on him. Portable in, does get the stun off. Oh, it's a nice boot by the Lucio.
I fight for the glory of the high heavens.
Okay, red team's going to hit the immortal first. Ball's not too far behind. Blue team is doing a mix of defending and hitting it though. So this is 4v3. Now it's 4v4. Urel is still clearing the spot camp. Oh my gosh, that's an insane combo into the Lucio. I mean the Hanzo. But the Lucio high five enables him to natural agility out. Lucio has done so much work this game. Oh my goodness. Looks like Immortal's gonna die. Greymate just kind of goes in there. The Dragon's Arrow is absolutely huge, but Diablo fully body blocking Johanna from following up. Ardent Defender is good. Hogger is living in the back of red team for, like, rent-free. I haven't seen a single hat on saika. There are no hats to give. There was one in the lobby. We're getting kind of chunked by that percent damage now. Wow, somehow they pushed blue team off of the Immortal, which surprised me. I thought they were just going to finish it. That's a crazy time trap onto the Joe. Greymane is sleeping, but he's able to come out. Valimar gets out with a high five. Chaotic making sure to stay in range so that he can get a high five out. Okay, 5v4. Actually, 5v5. Diablo's back. He has soul. Oh man, the unstop on the Joe yet again saves her. I don't think Greymane's making it out of this one. Okay, Urel's gonna clean up bot side, and I think red team has one more opportunity to defend at 4, at T, and at 4. Remain is a lot of their immortal burn, so lots of damage onto that Vala. Joe really wants it. Joe gets it, but check out how low these guys are. Finn! Oh my god, that's disgusting. Vince is trying. They're gonna get the kill on Vince. So at least Saika and down yours defending at core. Oh my gosh, it's fell over. I'm in no control. I mean, Immortal's gonna steal the game here. And that's a domination by Slang Bros against Saika and R. Well done by Slang Bros. They made it. They made the team fights and even just like the skirmishes seem like they were in full control. Very even healing numbers yet again, which still surprises me. Because I think different types of healers will offer different things, and that's not necessarily high healing numbers. For example, the amount of cleanses you get on Lucio is insane. And yet, he healed so much. That's a lot of damage on the Hanzo. I'm sure Giant Slayer ticked that up a ton by hitting Diablo and Hogger. Really close games. Yes, well played, Slang Bros and Hatsaika and R. Those were pretty fun to watch. I'm sure both of these teams will be in the playoffs, so I'm looking forward to the rest of those games. Well, I suck at interviews, so I'm not going to do one. I hope you guys enjoyed all 3 streams, and have a good rest of your night.